Visiting with Huell Howser is made possible through a generous grant from the Ralph M. Parsons Foundation.
Good evening, I'm Huell Howser, and right now we're in the city of Cudahy, which is right next to the city of Bell, and I've been invited here by
Loraine Mirza,
Jafar Mirza.
And why did you invite us to spend the evening with you? Tell us where we are right now.
First of all, you're at Jafaria Hall, or Jafaria Islamic Society, which is the oldest and largest Shia organization in the Muslim community.
Okay, so what we're going to do tonight is experience. Are you known as Shiites or as Muslims, or I'm not sure I know exactly. Now see, he said what when I said that? This is a silly question I'm asking?
It's not, there's no such thing as a silly question. Somebody once, in speaking to Muslims, said that the problem is the ignorance about Muslims is so great they don't even know what to ask. So it is a difficult thing. However, hopefully programs like yours are going to tell people the human side of us as Muslims. First of all, we call ourselves, first and foremost, Muslims. Shia Muslims happens to be a school of Islam, but all Muslims are Muslims, whether they be Sunni or Shia.
Now, are we at a mosque or a center? Where are we exactly?
This is a center. This is not actually a mosque. We get together here for our Islamic observance. We come here for, like, today's second day of Ramadan, and we gather every night to break our fast and have some speeches here to tell people what Islam is and some of the usuls of Islam to people, so that they know, they learn, and we pray here together, and that's the reason we get together here.
And you eat here too?
Absolutely, and do we eat. And I hope that you can take chilies, because many of the people in this particular community happen to be from India and Pakistan, and of course they eat a lot of chilies.
So this is going to be a hot meal.
Perhaps some of it, perhaps other people, because we also have in this community from Iran, we have African Americans, we have Native Americans, we have Caucasian Americans,
as well as
and lots of children.
What is going on back in here? Can we take a look back here? What is this? Looks like a nursery school or a place where.
This is our dining hall, actually, and
but it's full of kids.
Well, most of the children will eat here, and people will also. The women generally will congregate here. If you'll see, they've set little sheets for themselves so that they can break their fast.
Now, there are no men in here, just women?
Yeah, it'll be all women.
Now, why is that? We need to get into that whole thing.
Okay, so that the women can feel more comfortable. We do a lot of things separately. Women and men can be around each other for purposes, but Islamically, we do have kind of separate lives. We socialize separately. We join together within the family group rather than among strangers.
But tonight, the women are in one part of the center and the men are in another.
Right, and that's so that some women would like to be able to take off their head coverings in a more comfortable setting.
And you're not allowed to do that around men?
We're not allowed to. Now, there are many women in our communities among Muslims who don't cover. I don't want to sit here and use this program to debate that issue. However, it is considered compulsory in Islam to cover the hair and the face up to the chin and the arms down to the wrists and down to the ankles.
Now,
many of us abide by that.
We're going to be coming back here to eat.
Yes.
Later on, but we have to go into the religious service now, right?
Right. Right now they will be praying, and so that's something that I think that would be very interesting for our listeners and our audience to.
Well, let's go take a look. Boy, there are a lot of kids here. Howdy, how y'all doing? Just fine. Come on, Louis, let's go to the prayers. Now, where do we go?
Let's go here in this area where we pray.
Now, you're not going to be able to go with us.
I won't go with you there. I'm going to go in the women's side, which is right here, and I will say my prayers now.
Okay.
The same as the men. However, women can pray in the same room with men, but behind them. But in this particular facility, we happen to be lucky enough to have two big halls, so that's why
Well, this is the women's side here.
right.
And we're going to go into the men's side. Now, here are some guys out here washing.
They're washing before the prayer.
Now, what is involved here?
It's called Wadu. They wash just before they go for prayer. They wash their hands, their feet, and their face, and then they go and do the prayer.
Do I need to wash, or is it okay?
No, you can go. You don't have to wash.
Okay, and obviously we have to take off our shoes.
Right, you have to take off.
I knew I should have worn clean socks.
Don't worry about it. A lot of other people don't have clean socks.
Okay, Louis, we'll have to just cut the camera for a minute while I take off my shoes, and then we'll go inside. Okay, now we're going inside.
Yeah, they are praying right now, and Sayyid Musavi is leading the prayer. He's our alim scholar in this center.
So he's like the minister?
Like the minister, we don't have ministership, but he's the scholar, the most learned person in the place, and he shows us how to do different things. Like he leads the prayer, like he's doing right now.
Now, how long will these prayers go on?
This is called They are in Maghrib prayer. That is
in what?
Maghrib prayer. It's called Maghrib prayer.
Moderate prayer.
And they have 3 rakats. That means 3 times they stand up, they recite some surahs from Quran, Holy Quran. Then they lean, then they prostrate, and then that's how they do it 3 times. And then after that there is Isha prayer, and that has 4 rakats. They repeat same thing 4 times. So,
now, what is this? This is beautiful up here.
this is the replica of Imam Hussein's tomb, which is in Karbala.
In where?
In Karbala, in Iraq.
Ah, in Iraq.
In Karbala, yes. And these are the flags of his, when he was the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him. And he was killed in the way of Islam, defending the Islam. And so this is just kept in his memory.
Now they're all repeating now.
Yeah, they are finished now. They have finished the prayer now.
Oh. Now, if we went to other services, other Muslim services, all over the world, would it
Exactly same.
would be exactly the same?
Yes, exactly the same. Yes, Muslims are all the same, any place in the world. They can be American or Pakistanis or Indians or Arabs or Mexicans, and there are a lot of Chinese.
Now, why are these two fellows standing and everyone else is still seated?
They are doing some prayers, the
Individual
prayers, right?
And they do that standing.
Well, they go same way. They stand. Now you will see he is laying down. Now he will go in sajda, which is.
Oh, and here comes someone else standing.
Yeah, they will all stand up and do individual prayers.
That's very, very interesting. I've never seen this before.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, that's the way Muslim worship God.
Now, this does not. Why is everyone facing in this direction?
It's facing Saudi Arabia. There is a Mecca. There is a Mecca, and in Mecca there is a place Kaaba, a building where that was built by Prophet Abraham, And
So everyone faces always east
right, always to Kaaba.
because the altar is in the front.
Right.
In most churches, you would be seated so that you would be facing the altar.
That's right. But we face Kaaba, which is in Saudi Arabia.
Now everyone is standing up now.
Now they are going for the Isha prayer. That's why they are going.
Now we've come outside of the mosque. I keep wanting to call it a mosque. Technically, it's not, is it?
It is not a consecrated mosque, but it is a mosque.
It's just not consecrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here's your wife. Hello. We've come from the services.
Well,
Now, see, I reached out to say hello, and you had told me earlier that that's not allowed.
right. We don't shake hands with our women and men. What we do is we greet each other, of course, and you can feel free to shake hands with the men. In fact, you'll see men hugging and kissing and women hugging and kissing, but you won't see between the sexes.
Now, how can I greet you? What would I say to you?
Well, our typical greeting, of course, is to either, in a Pakistani way is this way, a general Muslim way is touching the chest and saying Salaam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
Right, and then the response is wa alaikum salam, and that means peace be with you, and with you be peace. And of course, that is the essence of Islam as a religion.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Now, you have been a Muslim all of your life?
No, for going on 10 years.
So you started off somewhere else.
Right. I had friends that were Muslim, and I wanted to investigate what they believed so that I can make them believe what I believed. I thought it would be easy to prove that it was bad. But when I researched, I sat with the Quran and with the Bible and some other books from scholars, and I'd read, and it says, the Bible doesn't say that. And I'd look it up, and it was there, like the cover is in Corinthians. But I found that it was what I needed in my life, and I've been very happy with it now for almost 10 years.
Now, you call this a cover?
Mm-hmm.
Do you wear this cover all the time?
When I go out, or if there are male guests in my home, if I'm out in public, wherever you're going to mix with men, around
You wear the
women.
cover.
Mhm.
Do you get comments from others out in society? Do you get comments about the cover that you wear?
Oh, absolutely so. And of course, I have a good sense of humor, and we've had some funny incidences, as well as most people look at the hijab, which is what the head covering of the women is called. They look at it with curiosity rather than hostility. There are occasional hostile things, like, for example, during the Persian Gulf War, there were women who experienced problems. But basically, American people are just curious, and I think that we usually respond with, it gives us a chance to say, yes, I am Muslim, and of course, we've also occasionally been mistaken as nuns, and of course, I have 5 children, and obviously one gets in a certain condition, and I've gone to stores and shopped, and people have said, I didn't know nuns could have babies.
Do you get this?
Yes, particularly working as a nurse, I'll be in all white. And a lot of times my patients, they feel more secure because they know I wear it for a religious reason. And I don't ever have a problem with patients. They feel, oh, I'm safe. This person really knows God, loves God, and she's going to take good care of me, and God will watch over us. So they feel more secure. But a lot of times they'll approach you, they'll be defensive. You know, why do you wear that? Or what is it you believe? And then when you explain, they go, oh, is that all there is to it? Well, that's no problem.
It's not oppression. It's I call it my liberation. It makes me free to be thought of by what I have inside this cloth. In other words, my brain.
What are we eating here? What is the food here?
That's a spicy food, but
What is this?
that's
know
a
what
fruit,
this is?
Yeah, banana, orange, and how we make that? That's the name of pakora. I don't know.
Pakora.
Yeah, like we put like baking soda inside, right? We put baking soda and spice, and then plus we had some dates. That's the most important things, you know. Before we break our fast in Arabic country, we eat always dates. Okay?
Really?
Yeah.
So you always have
Our-
dates.
yeah.
Now, is this spicy?
Yeah, kind of spicy.
An egg roll?
This is like an egg roll. This is like a Pakistani egg roll, you can call
Is
it.
it all right if I have? Can I have a?
Taste it. Please taste
I
it.
have no idea what.
Please
What
do.
is this called again?
It's called pakora,
pakora.
but it's like an egg roll. It's just like an egg roll.
Yeah, you can say that.
You know,
But
it's
it's
just,
shaped different.
What?
But it's shaped different.
Well, you're not eating one.
Oh, because I'm not that hungry.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, now this isn't that hot.
No, it's not too hot. You feel hot, this one?
No, they just told me they were.
yeah, you can make it mild or you can make it hot. But because we have mixed people here from different countries, so we kind of make it mild. You like to keep it mild.
Now you are from originally
Pakistan.
Pakistan. You are from
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Pakistan. So are most of these people here tonight?
Tonight, most of them are from Pakistan.
Mhm.
Yes.
But they're really the Muslims are from all over the world. Is
Yes.
that-
We have members here. They're from Iran, from Iraq, from Afghanistan, and all over the.
India?
Yes, a lot of Indians.
Now, is this traditional to have a feast like this?
Yes. During Ramadan, yes, after you break the fast, then you put all the food out.
Because look,
And-
everybody's gathered around the table here.
Right, right. That's the way they do it.
I was born in Pakistan, but I came here when I was 21.
Now,
So
do you find it easy or hard to practice your religion living in Los Angeles?
It isn't that hard. Now it's so many people here in LA. So, and there are American Muslims also who have been converted to. So now, everybody know about Islam. And now it isn't so hard. Before it used to be pretty hard.
What was hard about it?
Before, we eat kosher food, halal. We call it halal food. It was hard to get it.
It was just hard to find the food.
No, the meat. I'm talking about the meat. We eat kosher meat, halal meat. But before it was hard to find it. There wasn't too many shops that used to carry it. But now you can go, and especially the spices also. But now you have so many local. The store from back home, you can go and buy it. It's no problem anymore.
So
now-
you're a lot more comfortable.
Right.
Wait a minute, he just ate some of my food.
I thought that was just lying there.
No, this is my food here. I've still got to eat this.
Sorry.
Well, it is good, isn't it?
That's great. I'm glad you liked it.
Do you think we know very much about your religion? I didn't know anything about it until tonight.
What do you want to know? You have to ask for something. What do you want to know? Our religion is open. You just ask a question, we let you know.
Yeah.
We don't.
If you had to say how it differs, I mean, I'm a Christian. From my religion, basically, you use the Quran. Is that correct?
Right. We read a Bible too. We believe on Bible. But the thing is, this Bible was first, and then the Holy Quran. And in your Bible, it don't say that much what is said in my Holy Quran. I have a whole history starting in the Bible and Torah, the Jewish book. You can, if you have to read my book, Quran, then you don't have to read Bible, then you don't have to read Torah. Everything is in one book. That's why we know more your religion. See, we don't go to your church and and have a priest is preaching and then we have to sit. Only our priest here, he tell us about all the religion. Any question we have, we go and ask him. If he cannot give us an answer, then he has to call Iran and ask over there. If they cannot give me answer, then I cannot join that religion.
Do you have many questions?
Oh, I always have a question because I work at 99 cent only store right here in Arleta, near to Panorama City. I have mostly people. I'm a store manager. My employees, they are Christian, Jewish. So once a while we have discuss about my
Debates about religion.
about the religion. So they ask me different question. I ask them a different question, and mostly time they don't know that much. That's a problem. You know what's going on around here. They don't know. They don't go for a church. They don't know. Even sometimes they don't even know what that mean is. About the religion. It's hard. They said that's the way they brought it up.
Are these ladies all from Pakistan, do you think?
The vast majority that you see here today are, although we have from Afghanistan, we have from Iran, we have from Lebanon, We have, as I said, many indigenous Americans that come here. And we have also from other countries. But the original membership of this particular center was founded and started basically by the Pakistani Shia community.
Mm-hmm. Could we talk? Oh, here you are again. Hi. Now, what is it I'm supposed to say? What is the greeting?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Very good, very good. You're doing good. It means peace be upon you or peace be with you. Just like Jesus used to say, same thing.
Mm-hmm. And I put my hand up here like this?
Well, that's kind of a cultural thing. If you're from India or Pakistan, they kind of do that. Being an American, I didn't acquire any of that stuff, so I just wave my hands around like an American.
Let's stand over here, Louis, so we can come on over here with me while we talk. This is such a beautiful sight here with all of these ladies.
I know, isn't it?
Why did you become a Muslim?
Oh, boy. Well, I wasn't going to purposely change my religion. I wasn't looking at other religions. I wasn't even interested. I didn't even care. But I met a Muslim, and she wasn't even a really practicing Muslim. Ali, that's my son Ali.
Ah.
But her behavior, I was so attracted to her because of her behavior. And really she wasn't even a really religious Muslim, but she had acquired the traits that we all try to acquire. She was modest. She dressed modestly, no purple eyeshadow and mini skirts, just normal stuff. And I was so curious about her, and the more I inquired about her, she ended up telling me about Islam. I wasn't even trying to find out about religion. I didn't want to know about religion, but it ended up that was what made her the way she was. Then I ended up on this long library search. I never met any real Muslims. I just read every book I could, and I read a lot of books that were wrong, written by people who don't really like Islam, or by missionaries who wanted to teach everybody how to convert the Muslims. But I was so fascinated by the books, I don't know, over a period of a year I just found that stuff made sense, and that was kind of what I always thought.
Now,
I ended up becoming a Muslim.
You see, this is the first time I've ever been exposed to any of this this culture, really.
Well,
certainly this religion.
You're looking more, a lot of this stuff that you're seeing is probably not all Islam. It's people bringing their cultures from their individual countries. Mm-hmm. We don't all have to wear a salwar kameez or saris. We wear whatever fits within the limitations of what we're supposed to wear. But we don't have to dress the same way. I mean, you can see right now most of these people are maybe from Pakistan or India. Me being an American, I wear American stuff. So some of what you're seeing is culture. Mm-hmm. Hopefully more of it is the religion.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason I brought that up is this is my first exposure to any of this. And I didn't know anything.
Yeah, I know.
Do you find that common?
Yes. I was the same way. When I finally ran into some real live Muslims, I ran into a bunch of Arabs. And I didn't know, I didn't know what the food that they were eating. I didn't know, are we supposed to all eat this stuff? And the expressions that they use, I thought those were all Islamic expressions, but some of them were just Arab expressions. I was just hit in the face with all this Arabic stuff. Then I met the Iranians, and they all were telling me, well, you should kind of do this way. And I thought, let me find out if this is really Islamic or this is a Persian thing. So it's very overwhelming when you're totally alien to it. It's very overwhelming.
So is it possible to be an American Muslim in the sense of not bringing all of the customs from other countries, but just the religion itself?
I believe that that's what I am. I hope
that's what you sound like.
Well, I haven't. My husband is from Mexico. We're raising our children right here as Muslims, and we don't particularly dress them any certain way.
Is it easy for you to be a Muslim in LA?
Well, it's not any easier there than it is anywhere else. Well, I suppose it's easier than in Bosnia, but you have a lot of people that are not as broad-minded as maybe you are. I've had people throw rocks at me and tell me, go home. I was born in California. I bet those people weren't even born here. So it's not always that easy.
Now, why do you think people throw rocks at you and tell you to go home?
It's a reaction from some ignorance that they have. Like we all do when we don't know what something is. I think it's a little overreacting. It's not common, but people have done that. But like I was saying, I think that maybe the week before they saw some Palestinians on television throwing rocks at some Israelis, and they remembered this woman in a scarf that looks kind of like mine, and they said to themselves, oh, that must be one of those Palestinians, or those Muslim fundamentalists. They think that everybody that it's an innocent reaction. If they don't know something, all they have to hang on to is a small image they might have seen somewhere, and they assume that all Muslims must be like that. I'm guilty of that too. If I don't know about something and I just see one snippet of it, then I'll think that's what that is. I've had people who find out that I'm a vegetarian, which has nothing to do with my religion, assume that all Muslims are vegetarians and they don't drink anything with caffeine. That's so funny.
I didn't think Muslims drank caffeine.
You did?
I didn't.
No, well, the only thing Muslims don't eat or drink is alcohol, pork, meat that's not halal, which is what we call not kosher, or any drugs. But there's no, even though caffeine is a drug, if you could see all the tea that Muslims drink, honestly, I've never seen such a bunch of people that drink so much tea in my life.
You sound like you found something that makes you very happy.
I love it. Any mosque I go to, I feel right at home. It's kind of like having, if you were a Catholic back in the old days, when all the masses were in Latin, you could go to any Catholic church in the world. You might not understand what the people were saying in the street, but the mass was the same. It's the same here. Our prayers are still in Arabic. We all learned that. And we have our religion. Yeah. And it's more than a religion, it's a way of life.
Now, is your God my God?
Absolutely. We believe he's a universal God. I came from a background of a Christian father and a Jewish mother, and by becoming Muslim, I brought all the religions that are Islam together, because we believe Christianity and Judaism are Islam as well. We believe in Moses. We believe in Abraham.
You believe in Christ?
Yes, we do. Absolutely. He is one of our great prophets. Really? We have a different view of Jesus. We do not believe he died on the cross. We believe he was saved and that God put him in a safe place. He was not crucified. That we don't believe.
I never knew this.
Yes, but we believe Jesus as one of our prophets, and we revere him, as we do all the prophets, as we do, of course, the final prophet, who is Muhammad.
Well, I've still got a lot of questions, and I'm still not sure I understand everything, but I have certainly learned a lot, and I hope our viewers have as well. This has been a wonderful experience. I really treasure this evening.
And I think you do a great job in humanizing all the groups and ethnic groups in this state. And I think that's a very important service that you perform.
Thank you very much.
Before we finish, let me tell you one thing. Muslims are basically all the same. It's different fiqhs or different schools of thought that are separate a little bit, but basic Islam is same. Muslims are all the same all over the world.
Well, thank you very, very much. This has been wonderful.
Thank you very much for coming here and covering this.
Well, this has been great. The food has been good. The fellowship has been good. And instead of shaking hands goodbye, I say,
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
This has been a wonderful evening. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Is saying that,
did you eat something? I guess you are taking.
Oh, I ate a lot.
Just only taking about.
Luis hasn't eaten yet, but he's going to as soon as he cuts the camera off.
Yes, please do.
Your food is very, very good.
Without food, that please.
Thank you very much. Right here, and this has been a major part of the evening as well. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
This has been a great evening.
Thank you.
الذي رزقتني من رحمتك وأريتني من قدرتك وعرفتني من إجابتك فصرت أدعوك آمنا وأسألك مستانسا لا خائفا ولا وجلا مدلا عليك فيما قصدت فيه إليك.
Visiting with Huell Howser is made possible through a generous grant from the Ralph M. Parsons Foundation.